All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. I want to talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. Bitcoin is going off right now, so I want to dig into it and see what's happening. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners all the time on this channel. So also, please do us a favor and smash the like button and feel free to leave a comment below. Let's see what's going on with Bitcoin. I'm going to start with the Bitcoin miner big board. Okay, you will see that this board is green. It's very green. So Bitcoin, when we get to the chart, Bitcoin is way up. It had a monster weekend. In particular, from last night through today, it has just gone ballistic. So every single Bitcoin miner on the board is green with the exception of one. Iris Energy, for some reason, is down 3%. They secured some financing today, which to me seemed to be good news. It was debt, not equity. So I'm not sure why they are down on such an up day. But putting Iris aside, the rest of this board is spectacularly green. Bitfarms is leading the way, up 12.47%. So it's trading at $4.20 right now. You'll also see Marathon and Riot, which are the big market caps. They are moving in tandem and they continue to move up at a very good pace. Riot's up 9.78%, Marathon's up 8.69%. So those are also two of the leaders on the day. For whatever reason, Core Scientific is lagging behind. It is green, but it's up 0.58%. So that's the third large cap inside the group. And of course, none of these are large cap. Those are the three largest cap stocks, but they're still only about $3 billion. So this is a very small cap sector. I'm not sure why Core Scientific is lagging behind either, other than it just seems like every day there's a couple that perform differently. And we looked at, if you watch my video from over the weekend, you'll see these stocks do not move in tandem necessarily. They have had dramatically different results in the year 2022. So you can check out my video, Top 10 Bitcoin Miners, from over the weekend if you want a deeper dive on that. Okay, so I'll leave the board up there for a minute for you guys to find your miners that you're interested in. And then what we will do is take a look. I want to take a look at Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame for starters. So here is Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. So each one of these candles represents 15 minutes. So right now we've actually had just a little bit of downward pressure, but we're at 47,000, almost 47,600. When the equity markets closed on Friday, Bitcoin was at 44,468. So Bitcoin's up over $3,000 since trading closed on Friday. That is a massive move up. And more importantly, it has finally done the thing we've been talking about for weeks, which is break through this purple line right here. And when we zoom out, you'll see this has been a very strong line of resistance. Once Bitcoin was able to break through that, you can see it spent the last 18 hours pretty much just going up in a nice, steady, straight line. Okay, so if I zoom out to the 4-hour time frame, so each one of these candles represents 4 hours. We get to take a look at the last few months. This dates back to the beginning of February. So this is basically February and March of 2022. You'll see two lines, a green line right here and a purple line right here. We've approached this purple line several times, and that's at 45,700. So back on February 7th, we crossed this green line and candle wicked up here, but it got rejected. And then a few days later on the 10th, the same thing. We actually candle wicked above the purple line on that day, but got rejected and taken out. We then retested this green line. We retested the green line again and candle wicked almost up to the purple line. So you can see these two lines right here. This little range has been a neutral zone that we just can't seem to break out of, and it's been several months until last night. This 4-hour candle just crushed. And really, it was once we got above this green line and stayed there for a minute, we were able to skyrocket straight above this long-term line of resistance, and we've been going up ever since. Some of the price oscillators, because they are getting to a very overbought position, which is no surprise considering this massive run-up. You'll see the RSI on a 4-hour time frame. This is what just happened during this run-up. We were in the mid to high 60s. It's now at 83.69. That is very high. That doesn't mean it can't go higher. It can go, it could theoretically go all the way up to 100, and it's been over 90 in the past. So there still could be some upward momentum here in this run, but then I do expect a little bit of a reset some type of pullback and testing some lower numbers to allow these oscillators to reset themselves a little bit. This is the 4-hour time frame. Let's look at the 1-day time frame. Okay, so this is Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame, and I've drawn a line here at $45,000. You can see we were really bumping into that here, 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 and once again, once we broke through that, it's just been straight up from there. This was yesterday. This is so far today. However, the RSI on the daily time frame is now over 70. It's at 70.34. We are pushing the limits. We are starting to look overbought. We may push this further up. We'll see where Bitcoin gets to, but then I do expect a little bit of a pullback. However, I only expect a pullback for enough time for things to reset themselves to keep running up. We have crossed a major line of resistance. If we can turn that into a line of support, and I'm going to go back to the 4-hour time frame, so you'll see this has been a massive line of resistance. We are now well above this. In one move, we jumped way above this. So I don't know that we're going to go all the way back down here and test this, but that would be the natural course of things. We'd like to see, if we do have a pullback, we'd like to see it bounce off of this line, hold this now, turn it into support, and then continue the bull run. But to me, this is the biggest signal we've had all year that the bull run is on and it is official. This is Bitfarms on the 2-hour time frame. So again, each one of these candles represents 2 hours, and you will see this white line represents the September 29th lows. So this is on all of my charts. Almost all of these Bitcoin miners bottomed out on September 29th at the end of the bear run in September. Bitcoin was at about $41,000 at that point. Bitcoin is now at 47,000, running up to 48,000. So we are way beyond the September lows right now. And you'll see a lot of these Bitcoin miners, I've been talking about the fact that they are lagging Bitcoin big time. They need to start catching up. Well, Bitfarms today has started to make its first move to catch up. It's up about 12% right now. It's been up as high as 16% on the day. It's still early in the trading day, so we'll see where everything settles out. Bitfarms for the last 2 months has struggled mightily to stay over $4. $4.18 was a pretty rock solid line of support for most of last year. So the fact that we've been under that all year this year, Bitfarms has underperformed versus Bitcoin big time. So I talked about in my video this weekend that a lot of these have a lot of upside room to catch up, and I think that they're going to. So today looks like the first step in some of these Bitcoin miners making the move back to a reasonable price zone. We're right on the line here on this 2-hour candle, testing this white line, which was the September lows. I think it's important that Bitcoin stay above this white line today. And again, this is a big move up. They're over 12% up right now. So it would be good if they could maintain that. And again, they were up over 16% earlier. So this is by no means even the high of the day. This nice jump, I think, would be the catalyst for Bitfarms to start to make its run back to $5. So if I zoom out to the 1-day chart, you'll see here's $5. This was back on January 12th. Bitfarms has spent most of the previous 3 or 4 months prior to that well above $5. It got as high as over $9. So $5 is a very reasonable price target. And if I do the math from here, that's just a 20% increase. I think it needs to get there just to start to catch up to what Bitcoin has done. If it can get back to where it was on December 27th, which is when Bitcoin was trading at about $52,000, and remember, we're pushing 48,000 right now. We're not that far off from that. That would be another 48% upside in the price of Bitfarms. These are my expected price targets. And again, please remember, this is not financial advice. This is how I'm interpreting the charts. So you guys have to do your own due diligence and see what you think the risk reward is on this. To me, I see a lot of upside ahead for Bitfarms as long as Bitcoin stays healthy. And of course, today it had a big breakout. So if this breakout holds, then these are the types of runs I would be expecting for the Bitcoin miners. Next, I want to take a look at HUT 8. This is HUT 8 on the 4-hour time frame. So each one of these candles represents 4 hours. You'll see we're green for the day, but it's actually very near its low on the day. HUT 8 is up 6.95% today. It did get as high as $6.70. It's at $6.31. And again, it's up 7%. So that represents a nice jump on the day. But Hut 8, even more so than Bitfarms, Hut 8 needs to make a move 22% up just to get back to where it was at its September low. Hut 8 is trailing dramatically, and today's move up of 7%, I expect it to do even better than that. And this price target of up another 22% is only just to get it back to its September lows. Bitcoin is $6,000 higher than it was when Hut 8 was trading at this low at the end of September. So just to look at one more number on Hut 8, if Hut 8 could get back to where it was on December 1st, and Bitcoin was trading at around $56,000 or $57,000, so that's about another $10,000 from here. So there's a little work left for Bitcoin to do, but Bitcoin is up $13,000 or $14,000 off of its 2022 bottom of just under 33,000. It's made a lot of the progress already. There's more left. If it's able to get back to those levels or even just continue a bull run, this would be an 80% increase in the price of Hut. And again, this is not financial information. I'm giving some price targets that I think are within reason. So check it out yourself. I want to show one more very quickly. I only want to show this just to show just how spectacular Cleanspark has performed this year. Cleanspark is up only 4% today. It was up more than that. It was up 7 or 8% earlier. It's at 4% right now. So earlier today at its high, Cleanspark was up 148% from its low on January 24th. It has pulled back a little bit, so it's now up a little under 140% off of its January 24th lows. But Cleanspark has been roaring. A 4% move when you're already up this much is very healthy. And as I'm looking at the technicals on Cleanspark, this could continue to run. I would not be surprised to see this run up to, $15 or $16 in the short term. So those are my thoughts on Cleanspark. Those are my thoughts on Bitcoin. Hopefully this was a good update. Let's hope this rally continues today. Everybody, please remember this is not financial advice. Invest wisely. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.